Liberty, a great organization doing fantastic work. I'd like to introduce Jamie Brennan, who's here from Moms for Liberty to speak. Is she? Oh, there you are. Be careful.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for being here. My name is Jamie Brennan. I am the Frederick County Chapter Chair for Moms for Liberty. Moms for Liberty is a national grassroots organization dedicated to fighting for the survival of America by unifying, educating, and empowering parents to defend their parental rights at all levels of government. Our group first formed to combat school closures and mask mandates during COVID that harmed our kids. But we quickly realized that government overreach and harmful policies that negatively impact our kids is layer upon layer, like an onion. The hardest part of reconciling how we got here is recognizing and coming to terms with the fact that our apathy, our compliance, and in some cases our cowardice as parents has brought us to this place. While we didn't want to rock the boat, worried about being liked, or just focused on the busy life of families just raising kids, those that seek to harm our kids, corrupt them, and undermine our values have quietly crept into positions of power and authority in the lives of our children.
That's right.
They use Orwellian doublespeak to mask their true intentions. They have weaponized our natural compassion and have used it against us and our kids.
Dirty communists!
Policy 443 is a disaster for our families. It not only allows biological males in the spaces designated for our vulnerable girls, but it allows the school to hide important information about your kids from you and intervene in the mental health care of your child. Do not buy the lies that this is about protecting trans youth from abuse. If it was, they would report concerns of abuse to the appropriate authorities, as they are required to do by law. They know that the vast majority of kids who don't want to tell their parents don't actually fear real abuse. They merely fear disapproval and disallowance of the behaviors that the parents don't agree with. But FCPS has decided that they and they alone know what is best for your kids. It is time to tell them unequivocally to get back in their lane. My children are mine, yours are yours. They don't belong to the school, and we do not co-parent with the government. You are here in this important first step in fighting back. You are awake to their nonsense. You are brave enough to stand up to them and the Cry Bully Brigade. And you're going to tell them that you are no longer going to be held hostage because you may hurt their feelings.
That's right.
Continue being brave. Help your children be brave. And to that, until we can get policies like 443 overturned and until we can elect a better BOE, one thing you can do to limit their indoctrination is to opt them out of the Family Life Sex Ed curriculum.
Yes.
We are launching Project Opt-Out to encourage families to say no. No, you do not need the school teaching your children about sex, sexuality, and gender identity.
That's right.
If you have not seen the new MSDE guidelines, FCPS has enthusiastically adopted behind your back. Please review them and opt your kids out. I know it's hard. You may feel like you don't want your kid to stand out, but courage is contagious. Be brave, teach your kids to be brave, encourage your friends and relatives to be brave. Help send the message to FCPS that you categorically reject their attempts to sexualize your kids and pass on their version of sexual morality and healthy sexual relationships. Do not trust what you are told on the night to review the curriculum. We've had 6th graders who are given activities to read about 8th graders in relationships with sexual interactions that progressed to contemplated doing it. The lesson was supposed to be about consent. It wasn't shown during review night. I don't know how much the kids learned about consent, but I can tell you they definitely learned by having that scenario presented to them, that they learned it's okay to lie to your parents, to make out, undress with a member of the opposite sex. What was left completely out of this lesson on consent was that the age of consent in Maryland is 16, much older than the 8th grade protagonists and the 6th graders who were fed this garbage. They're only going to double down on these lessons. These are not your sex ed lessons. These slightly embarrassed teachers telling kids about menstruation and their changing bodies or how babies are made. This is so much more insidious. Be brave and say no. Let's all opt our kids out. Tell CPS what we think of their inappropriate and harmful.